Ever walked into a burger joint and felt your wallet cry? Imagine this. You walk into Five Guys, order a burger and fries, and when the bill comes, it's $20.84 for a single meal. Meanwhile, you could grab a burger at McDonald's for around $7.57, Burger King for $9 to $11, and Wendy's for about $12.41. So why are people willing to pay nearly 3 times more for Five Guys? Is it just an overpriced gimmick? Or is there something truly special about these burgers that keeps customers coming back? Buckle up, because today we're going behind the scenes to uncover the truth about one of America's most expensive fast food burgers, and why millions believe it's worth every penny. Before Five Guys became a premium burger giant with over 1,700 locations worldwide, it was just a small mom-and-pop shop in Arlington, Virginia. Back in 1986, Jerry Morrell, the founder of Five Guys, faced a life-changing decision. Should his sons go to college or should they start a family business together? Instead of investing in higher education, the family took a bold leap of faith and chose the kitchen over the classroom. Their philosophy was simple: don't overcomplicate things, just make the best burger possible. Their motto? No compromises on quality. And with that mindset, Jerry and his 4 sons, the original Five Guys, created a recipe for success that changed the fast food game forever. From day one, they made a promise to their customers: fresh beef, never frozen. Hand-cut fries cooked twice for extra crunch. No freezers in any store, only refrigerators stocked with 100% fresh ingredients. And 15 free toppings, so every burger is built exactly how you want it. This attention to detail and commitment to freshness made Five Guys a hit. By 2001, the brand began franchising, and within a decade, it grew into a $2.3 billion empire. But how did a simple burger joint become a global sensation without competing on price like McDonald's or Burger King? They didn't race to the bottom. Instead, they positioned themselves as the premium option, focusing on quality over cost. And that choice is exactly what sets them apart today. The first thing you notice about Five Guys is their obsession with freshness. No freezers. Everything is refrigerated. That means their beef is never frozen, not even for a day. They source high-quality meat from trusted suppliers like Schwade & Sons, receiving whole cuts of beef that are ground fresh in-store daily. No preservatives, no additives, no shortcuts. When you bite into a Five Guys burger, you're tasting pure beef cooked to perfection, not something that's been sitting in a deep freeze for months. And then there are the fries. Five Guys uses only premium Idaho potatoes, grown at elevations above 600 meters for optimal texture and flavor. Every bag in the store is labeled with the farm it came from, so you know exactly where your fries originate. These potatoes are hand-cut daily, rinsed to remove excess starch, and then cooked twice in pure peanut oil. The first fry is at a lower temperature to soften the inside, and the second is at a higher temperature for that crispy golden perfection we all love. And here's a little bonus. Every order of fries comes with an extra scoop tossed into your bag for free. It's their way of giving you more than what you paid for, and keeping you coming back for more. Now let's talk about the buns. Five Guys doesn't settle for generic bread. They source theirs from a specialty bakery that follows a custom recipe designed to complement their burgers. The buns are soft but not too airy, and sturdy enough to hold all those juicy patties, melted cheese, and fresh toppings without falling apart. Before they hit your burger, every bun is lightly toasted on the grill, adding just the right amount of crispness to balance out the tenderness of the beef. Every morning, Five Guys staff grind fresh beef on site and portion it into 94-gram patties. But here's the twist. They don't press their patties tightly like most chains do. Instead, they gently hand-form each patty, which keeps the meat tender and juicy. When your order comes in, the patty goes straight on the grill. It's smashed down by hand just once, creating that perfect caramelized crust while locking in all the natural juices. They don't flip it over and over, just enough to cook it perfectly. In about 4 to 6 minutes, your burger is ready to assemble. And then the toppings, 15 of them all free. From fresh lettuce and tomatoes to grilled mushrooms, jalapenos, and their signature sauces, the customization options are endless. Want extra cheese, double bacon, or grilled onions? No problem. Every burger is made to order. Nothing is pre-assembled. That means your burger is hot, fresh, and exactly the way you want it. Once it's built, it's wrapped in foil, tucked into a simple brown paper bag alongside those golden fries, and handed to you with zero unnecessary frills. No plastic trays, no fancy boxes, just a bag full of pure, unfiltered burger joy. The moment you open that bag, the aroma hits you like a wave: grilled beef, crispy fries, freshly toasted buns. It's a sensory experience that reminds you why you didn't settle for a $7 burger at McDonald's. You're paying for quality, craftsmanship, and flavor that can't be mass-produced in a factory. That's the Five Guys difference. And honestly, once you taste it, you understand why millions of Americans happily pay the premium. Now, speaking of premium snacks, have you ever wondered how America's favorite cookie, Chips Ahoy, is made? You're biting into that crunchy chocolate chip goodness, but behind every cookie lies an ultra-precise production process. Since 1963, Chips Ahoy has been a household name, created by Nabisco, the National Biscuit Company. When it launched, it became an instant sensation for its signature crunch and generous chocolate chips. So generous, in fact, that in 1996, Nabisco held a public chip count to prove every 18-ounce package contained over 1,000 chocolate chips. The name Chips Ahoy was inspired by the sailor's call Ship Ahoy, symbolizing the chocolate chips as little treasures hidden in every bite. Over the decades, Chips Ahoy has expanded its lineup with classic crunchy cookies, soft and chewy versions, thin and crispy thins, and even reduced sugar options for health-conscious snackers. But how do they keep that signature taste consistent for over 60 years? It all starts with simple ingredients: flour, brown sugar, butter, eggs, salt, baking soda, and of course loads of chocolate chips. High-powered industrial mixers blend these ingredients into a smooth dough using a secret formula. The dough is then portioned into thousands of perfectly measured pieces by automated molding machines before being sent into massive ovens. These cookies bake at around 356 degrees Fahrenheit to 392 degrees Fahrenheit for 10 to 12 minutes under strict temperature and humidity control. Once baked, they cool naturally on conveyor belts before being scanned by laser sensors for quality control. Broken cookies or those missing enough chocolate chips never make it to the package. The perfect ones are sealed into freshness lock wrappers, ready to hit store shelves across the globe. But here's the big question. With billions of cookies produced each year, what about the environment? Traditionally, Chips Ahoy packaging wasn't very eco-friendly, but their parent company, Mondelez International, is making big changes, testing recyclable packaging, reducing plastic, and sourcing sustainable palm oil. They're even investing in reforestation programs to offset carbon emissions. So next time you bite into that crunchy cookie, remember, it's not just a snack. It's a legacy adapting to the future. And speaking of iconic snacks, let's not forget America's love affair with sandwich crackers. These bite-sized, flavor-packed snacks have been a staple for over a century. From lunchboxes to vending machines, nothing beats the satisfying crunch of two crispy crackers hugging a creamy peanut butter or cheese filling. The Lance Company, one of the biggest names in the game, has been making these tasty treats for over 100 years. Inspired by simple sandwiches, they started experimenting in the 1920s by spreading peanut butter between two crackers. That idea exploded into an entire category loved by kids and adults alike. Today, Lance produces millions of these snacks daily, ensuring that every cracker is perfectly crisp, and every bite is full of flavor. Have you ever wondered how your favorite snacks and candies go from simple ingredients to the perfectly packaged treats you grab off store shelves? From the crispy crunch of a peanut butter cracker sandwich to the airy sweetness of a Malteser, these snacks aren't just delicious. They're the result of fascinating processes, high-tech machines, and decades of tradition. Today we're pulling back the curtain on two legendary snacks, the iconic Lance sandwich crackers and the irresistible Maltesers chocolate candies. Get ready, because this behind-the-scenes journey is going to change the way you look at your favorite treats forever. Let's start with those classic sandwich crackers. They're more than just a lunchbox staple. They're an American tradition. Easy to pack, convenient for lunch breaks, and perfect for on-the-go snacking, these little crackers deliver big flavor. What makes them so popular? It's the combination of a perfectly baked crispy cracker paired with a smooth, flavorful filling like peanut butter or cheese. This balance of crunch and creaminess gives you a quick burst of energy and protein, making them an ideal snack for both kids and adults. And when you think of sandwich crackers, one brand stands out: Lance. Celebrating its 100th anniversary back in 2013, Lance has been setting the standard for this snack for over a century. From humble beginnings to becoming a household name, Lance continues to lead the industry with its variety of flavors and unwavering commitment to quality. Today we're heading to South Boulevard in Charlotte, North Carolina, where Lance's massive manufacturing facility churns out millions of these tasty sandwich crackers. Walking into the plant feels like stepping into the heart of snack heaven. The process starts with large industrial mixers where the magic begins. Ingredients like flour, water, oil, and carefully selected seasonings are combined to create a smooth, perfectly blended dough. The consistency of this dough is critical. It has to be just right to ensure the crackers bake evenly and achieve that signature crispy texture we all love. The mixers are so powerful they can handle hundreds of pounds of dough at once, turning raw ingredients into a uniform, workable mixture within minutes. Once the dough is ready, it moves to a series of giant rollers. These rollers flatten the dough into thin, even sheets, ensuring every cracker is exactly the same thickness. Consistency is key here, because even a slight difference can affect the texture and baking time. After rolling, the dough sheets glide down the production line to the cutting machines. These machines are fascinating. They stamp out perfectly shaped crackers in neat rows and even punch tiny holes into each one. Those little holes aren't just for looks. They play a critical role in baking. Without them, the crackers would puff up like little pillows instead of staying flat and crisp. Did you know that while peanut butter and cheese are the most popular flavors, sandwich crackers also come in sweet variations like chocolate, vanilla, and even honey? These creative twists keep the snack exciting for people who crave something different. But before we get to the filling, let's talk about baking. The crackers are placed in massive ovens that run for hundreds of feet. The baking process is carefully controlled, with exact time and temperature settings to ensure every cracker comes out golden brown and perfectly crispy. The signature 6-hole pattern Lance uses is more than just a brand trademark. It actually helps with even baking and prevents air bubbles from forming inside the crackers. When the crackers exit the oven, the aroma is mouth-watering. But they're not ready yet. They need to cool completely before the next step, the filling. This is where the magic really happens. The filling is made from high-quality ingredients like real peanut butter, natural cheese, or other specialty flavors. The ingredients are blended into a smooth, creamy consistency that's thick enough to hold its shape, yet soft enough to spread evenly. The precision here is incredible. A machine applies a perfectly measured layer of filling onto one cracker, then gently presses another cracker on top to form the sandwich. This happens at lightning speed on a conveyor belt, where hundreds of crackers are assembled every minute. The process ensures every bite has just the right balance of crunchy cracker and flavorful filling. Before these snacks are packaged, they undergo rigorous quality control. Workers and automated systems check for size, shape, and filling consistency. If a cracker has too little or too much filling, or if it's broken, it gets rejected. Only the perfect ones move forward to packaging. The approved sandwich crackers are sealed in airtight plastic packs to keep them fresh and easy to carry. Each pack is labeled with an expiration date and batch number for tracking purposes, then placed into larger boxes for shipment to stores across the country. Thanks to these careful steps, when you open a pack of Lance sandwich crackers, you can count on that satisfying crunch and creamy filling every single time. But Lance isn't just about great taste, they're also about responsibility. As part of Snyder's-Lance, Inc., the company has launched several sustainability initiatives. Back in 2011, they established a large solar farm in Pennsylvania to power their handover facility, cutting energy costs by 30% and reducing their carbon footprint. They're also moving toward renewable and compostable packaging materials and have committed to using 100% cage-free eggs by 2025. These efforts show that your favorite snack brand is serious about protecting the planet while keeping your taste buds happy. Now that we've explored the savory side of snacking, let's switch gears to something sweet, light, and chocolatey: Maltesers. These little chocolate-covered malt balls are a global favorite, and for good reason. They're crunchy, airy, and coated in silky milk chocolate, making them the ultimate treat for movie nights, parties, or just when you need a quick pick-me-up. But have you ever wondered how these bite-sized delights are made? Today we're taking a trip inside the Maltesers factory to find out. Maltesers have an interesting history. They were created in the UK in 1936 by Forrest Mars Sr., the same man behind the Mars chocolate empire. His idea was to craft a snack that was light yet satisfying, offering a sweet indulgence without being too heavy. Launched in 1937 by Mars Incorporated, Maltesers quickly became a hit thanks to their unique texture, a crunchy malted milk center coated in smooth chocolate. Over time, they've introduced variations like Maltesers Teasers bars and Maltesers buttons to keep fans excited, but the original remains a classic loved around the world. The production process begins with the creation of the malted milk center, which gives Maltesers their signature taste and texture. Key ingredients include malt extract, milk powder, and sugar. The malt extract provides that distinct, slightly nutty flavor, while milk powder adds creaminess and sugar brings sweetness and structure. These ingredients are blended in industrial mixers until they form a dough-like mixture. The dough is then shaped into tiny, uniform pellets. These will become the centers of the candies. Next comes one of the most fascinating steps: the vacuum oven. These small pellets are placed inside the oven, where both temperature and pressure are carefully controlled. The reduced air pressure causes the air bubbles in the pellets to expand, creating the honeycomb-like structure inside each Malteser. This airy texture is what makes them so light and crunchy. After the centers are expanded and cooled, they move to the coating stage. The centers are placed in large rotating drums, where melted milk chocolate is poured in. The candies tumble inside the drum, allowing every piece to get an even coating. Instead of applying all the chocolate at once, the process involves adding several thin layers, with cooling steps in between to let each layer set properly. This method creates a crisp outer shell that seals in the airy center. After the final layer of chocolate is applied, the candies are polished to give them a glossy, irresistible shine. Just like with the crackers, quality control is critical. Each batch of Maltesers is tested for size, shape, and coating consistency. Any irregular pieces are removed, ensuring that what reaches the consumer is perfect. The candies are then packaged in various formats: bags, boxes, or tubes, depending on the market. Sealed for freshness, they're stored in a controlled environment before being shipped out to stores worldwide. Maltesers aren't just for snacking straight from the bag. They've become a favorite ingredient in desserts too. From rich cheesecakes topped with crushed Maltesers to over-the-top sundaes layered with ice cream, fudge, and caramel, the possibilities are endless. Some people even mix them with popcorn for the ultimate sweet and salty movie snack. No matter how you enjoy them, one thing is clear: Maltesers are here to stay. And just like Lance, Mars is committed to sustainability. They're using wind power in all their U.S. facilities, experimenting with water-saving techniques for sourcing ingredients, and working toward eco-friendly packaging by 2025. While there's still progress to be made, these efforts show that even the biggest candy brands are thinking about the planet while delivering the treats you love. So the next time you bite into a crunchy cracker sandwich or pop a Malteser into your mouth, you'll know the incredible journey those snacks have taken, from raw ingredients to the perfectly packaged treats we enjoy every day. It's a story of precision, tradition, and innovation, all working together to bring a little joy to your taste buds.